What's going on, guys? So I've got something kind of special. It's a mail day I've been waiting on for a couple days. I already opened the box here, but I took a quick peek inside, but I haven't pulled anything out yet. So just some quick backstory. I was diving deep into the bowels of Google looking for some PC cards that are really hard to find. And I found a listing that was like 10 pages deep in Google or something for one of the cards that I'm looking for. And it was from this little website that, some DIY website, looked like I think it's a Shopify shop. And so I clicked through, and it turns out this shop had all sorts of interesting, collectibles from especially the early 90s, late 80s. And the prices were really too good to be true, was the way they looked. So I kind of did a little bit of investigating, thinking okay, this is probably not legit. And came to the conclusion that it was just some random guy who had a bunch of these collectibles, and he put them up on a little DIY website and was trying to sell them, but clearly was not marketing them and not doing a good job with it. I found his Facebook and Instagram social media presences, but nothing was going on. He wasn't really doing much outside of what looked like some automated posts that might have come from his Shopify shop. So I don't think the guy's doing any kind of business or anything like that. Anyway, long story short, I did find some stuff on there that was absolutely worth taking a flyer on once I kind of figured out that okay, it's at least a real person. I communicated with him via email. I didn't give him too much details because I didn't want to go in there and start looking at eBay and then start jacking up his prices on me. But I did find some stuff for the 1990, or is it 91? 90 or 91 Marvel Universe cards that are really hot right now. And I've never been into those cards. I had some as a kid, but I didn't care much about them. I don't know what I did with them. And so he had a listing that was a complete set in the original wax box. And then he had another separate listing that was just a random lot of these cards. And then he had a third listing that was the complete set of the 5 hologram cards, which I know are pretty sought after, especially if they're in good condition. So he didn't have very much information on them. He only had one photo for each product, and it was just you couldn't tell what condition the cards were in or anything like that. Somewhere in his description, he was like, they're in great condition. So ultimately, this complete set, he had it listed for $10. And then the lot of, it was 40 random cards or something like that, was I don't even know, it was $4 or something. And then I think the hologram cards, I want to say, were 10 or 12 bucks. He put them up there a little bit more, and then plus shipping. So when all was said and done, I think if memory serves, I think I spent $27 total or something like that. So anyway, I wanted to explain that because this was kind of a risky thing, but the price was right. So now I'm excited to see what we got. So here's the box. I marked stuff off. I'm not going to really promote this shop because I don't know what condition these cards are in yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to give away the shop name, but let's see. Okay, well, this is interesting already. Here's what I've got. There's the original box. It's definitely opened. It's in rough shape. It looks like here's a little brick of what I assume are the other random cards. You can see some penny sleeves, although most of these are not sleeved, it looks like. So hopefully I think the penny sleeves are the holograms. Not very well protected at all. I'm not even opening the top of the box yet. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Here's my box. Okay. Looks like they are loose cards wrapped in some tissue paper, maybe? Yeah. I think they're all loose. Got a stack of cards wrapped in ratty tissue paper. And a little plastic air mailer there. Okay. Here's the stack of cards. This is supposedly a complete set. Card number 1 is Captain America. Last card, 161, Stan Lee. Dinged up corner. Kind of a rough bottom edge on it. Some red stuff on the side. All right. Not gradable, but there's the card. Oop, as I knock some of these over. Whoops. As I knock them over. That's all right. They're not. I can tell already by looking at these. These are not. None of these would gem. I'm pretty sure, but. Captain America, a little dinged up, and Spider-Man, yeah, not perfect. These all look like they've got maybe just a little bit of like edge wear, a little dinged corner here and there, things like that. I know that these cards are all notoriously off-centered, so they're never perfect. Yeah, another Spider-Man down here, but this one, it's got some edge damage on it. All right, well, I mean, I guess for the $10 or $12 or whatever this box cost, it was worth it. I don't think I'll have to look through these really carefully and see if any of them jump out at me in terms of being gradable, but I'm kind of doubting it. So maybe some fun hard cards will come out of them. All right, here's my brick. This one has me a little worried because in his description, I was led to believe that there was a Stan Lee in this one as well, even though this is just a small random lot of cards. Not that big. Daredevil. Yeah. Ooh. Stan Lee number 2, but if you can tell, definitely some edge and corner issues. That sucks. Kind of hard to see. Not perfect. That's all right. It was cheap. All right. And now here's the ones that I was particularly kind of excited about. He didn't have good pictures, but from the pictures that he did have, they looked to be in decent condition. Here's my set of 5 holograms. And I know that these are usually very off-center. That doesn't actually look bad. It's not perfect centering. Edges and corners look flawless to me. Let's pull this carefully out of the sleeve and look at surface. I know these things have surface issues. Got a couple little print lines, maybe a little surface ding up in this corner. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but back is pretty off-center. I don't know how much that would affect grade. This one might be getting sent in though. I wouldn't be surprised to get an 8 out of it. I don't know if it would go higher than that because of the centering and surface. I'm not sure how tough they grade these ones. So, of course, I'm not sending in anything right now. Everything's too backlogged, but eventually. Sweet card though. Got the Wolverine. Quite a bit more off-centered on that one. Yeah, all these, I think these ones must have been put right into penny sleeves and stored nicely, at least, and protected. Can't say the same about the other ones, or about the base cards. But the holograms look pretty good. All right, so that was fun. I'm not going to give away the name of the shop right now because I looked through what he had on there pretty carefully, and he didn't really have anything else that at least, you know, the card collecting community would be into. He had some other like